progress.
Yeah.
Looking back at previous Arrays releases, you can hear that there's been a lot of growth and progress. Where do you feel you've made the most progress as a creative and as a producer?
When I look back at the first Array stuff, I think of it as garbage. So, I think the last year in particular has been wicked for progress. I've sort of heard my recordings improve and more people are responding, and I've got a better idea of how I want to market it and share the music, and it's been great. I think it's the area that I think is the hardest is that's growing the most, which is mixing, and I think that's telling. I think it's because it's what do they call it? It's the learning. It's a steep learning curve, right? So the more you've got to learn, the faster you learn it. I think that's probably what it comes down to.
Yeah.
I've come along in every single facet of it. Like if I look back at those first recordings, I think when I was uploading Light Years to one of the platforms, I stumbled across the old EP and I sort of had a quick listen to it. I listened to it for like 30 seconds. I thought it just blew me away how different they were in terms of the soundscape, which I'm really proud of. Some of those older songs were also just ideas that I always had, and so now that once those ideas were out of the way, it's kind of like, you know, when you go, oh no, walk as far as you go, and you see further, and that's what that experience is for me. It's sort of, once I kind of got those ideas out of the way, it kind of opened up for bigger and better ideas. I think like No Way Out is the heaviest track I've written ever in any project, and I'm really proud of it. Really proud of how that came out. And I wouldn't have written that song. I probably wouldn't have written a song that heavy if it wasn't for Arrays. And also, Little Blue Dot. You know, that song is so delicate lyrically and in arrangement as well. And if I hadn't written those, those rock songs that I've had in me for those other records, I wouldn't have had the space to create those, these. I guess it's kind of expanding the extremes of what I was doing. It's kind of like I've gone softer and more delicate and more intimate, and I've also gone heavier and more exciting. For me anyway, I think it's exciting. And more probably closer to the bands I'm listening to at the moment as well, with songs like No Way Out, which is really cool.